Hi, my name is Logan, and this might be my last episode of Starcember for this year. However, that doesn't mean I'll be done talking about Star Wars forever. There's a movie coming out every year, so I'll be talking about it every year. Today, I'm going to be doing another but longer review of Star Wars The Force Awakens. Yeah, so I've decided to start showing my face in videos even though I don't have 50 subscribers. The reason being, I think that showing my face might actually attract more subscribers for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. So today I'm going to be just going into more analyzation of different characters, the four main characters, or who I felt were the four main characters of Star Wars The Force Awakens. I'll go a little bit more into the plot, a little bit more into plot holes, and just stuff like that. So let's get into it. Warning, there will be potential spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't watch this video. Watch the movie first, then come back and watch this video. Let's start off by talking about the character Rey. Now, I liked Rey. She was really cool, and she was my favorite character. Although I can't say that she was the main character of the movie. I think they were actually trying to make it so that you don't know who the main character is going to be for the trilogy. I hope it's Rey because she was my personal favorite character. I liked her. I liked everything about her. I mean, she had a few problems, such as when she found out that she was a Jedi, she's like, I never want to touch that lightsaber again, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, do we really have to go into this again? This is done in almost every hero movie ever. But other than that, I really enjoyed Rey's character. I didn't like the fact that she was able to tap into the Force in a matter of like 5 seconds after just learning what the Force is. But other than that, I really liked her. Next, I'm going to talk about Finn. Now, Finn, I liked him. I really did. I didn't understand how he was able to take on Kylo Ren with a lightsaber when he doesn't have the Force in him at all, as far as we know. Maybe he does have the Force in him, maybe he doesn't, I don't know, but as far as we know, he didn't, and somehow he was able to sort of take Kylo Ren on. Now, still, Kylo Ren still won, but I feel like it should have been much easier. However, I did like the fact that he was able to use a lightsaber, showing that stormtroopers have been trained to use lightsabers now because, well, they're aware of the fact that Jedis are out there. I mean, that's kind of a common fact. But other than that, though, I really did like him. He was a really enjoyable character. I really liked him. Even though you barely saw it, I liked the chemistry between him and Poe. I thought that was really cool. I mean, you only see him on screen for 2 minutes tops. But it was great. I mean, it was really good. I honestly felt for them. Next, let's get into Han Solo, who I feel was actually a main character of this movie. Now, Han Solo was amazing. I mean, he was awesome. He was a way better Han Solo in this movie than he was in the original trilogy. Granted, I'm not saying he wasn't good in the original trilogy. I loved him in the original trilogy, but I loved him even more in this trilogy. He was amazing. He was good. And that is why it just crushed my heart when he died. I was so upset. I was so sad about it. And the fact that it was his own son that killed him was even more terrible. I mean, that's just awful. But he was amazing. I feel like the movie people, like the people who made this movie, were like, we're gonna give Han Solo more character development than any other character. So that way, when we kill him off, even though people might see it coming, because a lot of people saw it coming, I even saw it coming. I knew he was gonna die because Harrison Ford has always wanted to be killed off, and I assumed that was probably part of like what was in his contract, as he said, I'd come back for Star Wars 7 if I can die. So I pretty much saw it coming, but it was still very emotional. It was just it was terrible. And I honestly 10 out of 10 for Harrison Ford. He was amazing. So, last but not least of the four main characters I'm going to talk about, let's talk about the villain, Kylo Ren. Now, I talked a lot about him in my last video, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about him, not as much. So, Kylo Ren, I really liked him. He was kind of a... You wanted to see him turn to the light side, and then Han Solo died, and I was just like, nope, you can kill him. I don't care what he does. Just kill him. But he was a good villain. He was good at his job. I thought he was a really good... I mean, he wasn't as good as Darth Vader, but he was better than any of the prequel Star Wars villains. So it works out. You can't have someone better than Darth Vader in Star Wars. In personal opinion, I don't think you can. But Kylo Ren was good. He was really good. Alright, so onto the plot. So, I was watching A New Hope again. No, I mean, that's what this movie was, is you were watching A New Hope again, pretty much. I mean, it was essentially the exact same thing. We had a hero who was on a desert all alone. We had a droid who was sent and eventually found the hero and trusts the hero. We have another thing that's the Death Star, but like 10 times bigger. I mean, it was pretty much A New Hope. However, that being said, it wasn't so much like The New Hope that I thought this is just a rerun or a remake. No, I still liked the movie. I still enjoyed the plotline. There was still some twists and turns in it that I really enjoyed. I mean, especially since the main focus was finding Luke, which again, I really wish there was more of Luke in it because I really like Luke. He's one of my favorites. Well, yeah, he's my favorite character of the entire Star Wars trilogy. If I could be anyone, I'd be Luke. But, overall, though, the plot was pretty good. But I did feel like it might have been trying too hard to be too much like A New Hope. And, yeah. Which was fun at first, because it was like, oh my gosh, this is just like A New Hope. Oh my gosh, this is just like A New Hope. And then it was like, oh my gosh, this is just like A New Hope. Again? Again? But, I mean, overall it was great. I liked it. And as I said, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. However, there are some plot holes in the movie. But I think I've gone over most of them. Like the fact that Rey was able to access the Force within 5 seconds. R2-D2 just randomly waking up at some point. I have a theory from this, which I heard this theory from the Weekly Planet, and I agree with them. I think that Luke Skywalker might have told R2-D2, hey, don't wake up until after Rey has accessed her ability to use the Force. And that's why R2-D2 just kind of suddenly woke up. Because otherwise it makes no sense. Why did he suddenly wake up at conveniently just the right time? But, you know, it's Star Wars, and it's great. I loved it. It was amazing. I highly recommend you go see it if you haven't. If you haven't seen it, why are you watching this video? I told you there's spoilers. But yeah, that's about all I have to say. So, this has been Comic Lovers. Please subscribe and please tell other people about my channel. My next video, I might get a Star Wars predictions video in, but if I don't, then I'm just going to I'm going to head on to next month. And next month, I'm going to be talking about all things Legends of Tomorrow. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.